Alice's sudden disappearance drove her husband Benjamin completely mad on the spot. In a fit of rage, he decided to cut off Alice's brother's ventilator in order to force Alice to show herself, but the assistant told Benjamin that Alice's brother had already passed away. It turned out Alice had been with Benjamin for 10 years, and Benjamin had given her all his love and attention. Alice believed she would be happy for life, but Jessica's appearance shattered that dream. Jessica was a painter. She used her image as a young prodigy to successfully catch Benjamin's attention, and soon he completely fell in love with Jessica. One day, Benjamin couldn't find Jessica, so he suspected Alice had something to do with it. So he threw Alice out into the freezing snow. Alice insisted she didn't know anything, but Benjamin didn't believe her and forced her to reveal Jessica's whereabouts. He even used her brother as a threat against her. Alice's brother had been in a car accident. Benjamin had brought in the top medical team to treat him. They saved his life, but he could only survive with the help of a ventilator. Seeing that her brother was about to stop breathing, Alice lied and said she had seen Jessica and had warned her to stay away from Benjamin. At that moment, a servant told Benjamin they had found Jessica at a welfare facility. Benjamin rushed to find her, completely ignoring that Alice was still lying in the snow. The next day, Alice woke up in the hospital. She quickly asked the nurse, "How's my baby?" The nurse shook her head. Alice realized she had truly lost her child. She made up her mind to leave Benjamin for good, so Alice went to the police station and had both her and her brother's identities canceled. Then she went home and burned everything that reminded her of Benjamin, including the wedding ring she had worn for 10 years. Suddenly, Benjamin showed up and asked what she was burning. Alice said it was just some useless junk. Benjamin didn't ask further and instead ordered Alice to bring out the bracelet and give it to Jessica. The bracelet was actually a family heirloom of Benjamin's, only worn by his wife, but now he was giving it to Jessica. Alice coldly said, "I'll get it right now." But when she handed the bracelet to Jessica, Jessica intentionally smashed it and pushed Alice down the stairs. Benjamin heard the noise and rushed up to check what had happened, but he completely ignored Alice and took Jessica to the hospital instead. A few days later, Alice's injuries still hadn't healed, but she checked herself out of the hospital. She then found a care facility and donated a large sum of money to them. It turned out Alice planned that after their identities were successfully erased, she would place her brother in the facility and she would go somewhere Benjamin could never find her. Later, Alice went to visit her brother in the hospital, but she found someone trying to take away his ventilator. Alice was shoved to the ground. At that moment, Jessica walked in. Jessica declared the ventilator was hers now, no matter what. Then she ordered her people to move it. While trying to stop them, Alice accidentally pushed Jessica's mother down. Jessica's father raised his hand to hit Alice. Luckily, Benjamin showed up in time and stopped them. Seeing this, Jessica slyly said, "Alice went crazy, clinging to the ventilator like a lunatic. So forget it. We don't want it anymore." Benjamin immediately had people restrain Alice and let Jessica's family take the ventilator. He then took Jessica's hand and left with her. Alice rushed to find a doctor, but when she returned with one, her brother had already passed away. Alice was beyond tears. She quietly said to her brother, "Sis is taking you home now." Alice cremated her brother. She decided to take his ashes and leave with them forever. When she returned home, she heard the intimate voices of Benjamin and Jessica, but Alice walked right past them without a word because her heart was already dead and she couldn't feel a trace of pain. But Benjamin still came after her. Alice felt nothing but disgust when she saw him. Benjamin hugged her tightly and promised Alice that once he was done having fun, he would come back to her. To make Alice obey, Benjamin threatened her again with her brother. Not knowing her brother was already dead, Alice begged Benjamin to let her go, but that sentence only made him angry. He swore he would never let Alice leave. Little did he know, it would be the last time he ever saw her. Alice said, "I'm not leaving anymore." Benjamin finally calmed down. He told Alice to get some rest because their wedding anniversary was coming soon and he didn't want to see her looking weak on that day. Then Benjamin held Jessica in his arms and turned to leave. At that moment, the staff informed Alice that the identity cancellation had been completed. Alice knew it was time to go, so she took out her brother's ashes and threw her phone into the trash and completely left that heartbreaking city behind. On their wedding anniversary, Benjamin had carefully decorated the banquet venue and prepared a gift for Alice. Benjamin had made up his mind that from now on, he would return to Alice's side. But after waiting for a long time, Alice never showed up. Then he thought of calling Alice, but no matter how many times he tried, it wouldn't go through. Benjamin angrily ordered his assistant to go home and bring Alice to the venue. But But a few minutes later, the assistant told Benjamin that Alice wasn't home and had taken all her documents with her.